And still on the subject of breakfast telly, which remains just about the most profitable slot on the networks, how's this for some fabulous free advertising?
The new Qantas Dreamliner has just touched down in Sydney after a flight from Seattle. Eddie, lucky enough to be on board that plane, she's just disembarked. Eddie, how was it?
Nat, I'm pretty sure there was less fanfare for the Wright brothers' first flight. This certainly has been a big build-up throughout the week.
And Edwina's not kidding. 7 and 9 both went live for the Dreamliner landing, but it all started 5 days earlier across the Pacific.
The new Qantas airliner, which will fly passengers non-stop from Perth to London, is about to be unveiled in the US. And today, reporter Lara Vella is live at the Boeing factory in Seattle. Lucky Lara.
Lucky Lara indeed. In fact, lucky press pack. Some 30 reporters perched up the pointy end of Qantas flights to Seattle, enjoying business class hospitality all the way. Followed by free first-class accommodation and slap-up meals. And with reporters in place, morning TV had hourly updates.
Eddie is there as it happens. Morning, Eddie. What's so special about these new Dreamliners?
Good question, Koshi. Are they the biggest?
A lot smaller than the Airbus A380, only a capacity here of about 236 passengers compared to about 500 or so on the Airbus.
So that's a no. But they must be new, right?
It's actually the 615th 787 delivered. So these aircraft are in service all around the world.
Ah, right. But they will carry the Flying Kangaroo further than ever, non-stop from Perth to London in March next year, when it will doubtless be news all over again. Meanwhile, it was enough for cash-strapped newsrooms to dispatch reporters and crews for 6 days to cover every thrilling moment of the handover. And enough for Sunrise to cross live to Edwina Bartholomew 3 times on Monday and 5 times on Tuesday for the big reveal of the new plane's name.
Isn't she beautiful?
She certainly is. Great Southern land, and Ivor Davies is so stoked about it, Koshi. He's actually here.
And there the Icehouse rocker was on 7 News that night to keep the party going around the clock. 10 and Sky News were there too, along with a gaggle of print journalists, led by the Fin Review's Joe Aston, pictured here with Qantas boss Alan Joyce and celebrity chef Neil Perry. Plus Fairfax's Fiona Carruthers, Craig Platt and Nick Toscano.
Qantas closes in on long-haul flight Dream.
And Edward Boyd, Jana Frawley and Annabelle Hepworth at News Corp.
Dream of the crop.
But at least all those journalists disclosed.
The riders travelled to Seattle as guests of Qantas.
As did 10 and Sky before each of Aaron Young's regular reports.
Sky News reporter Aaron Young flew to Seattle as a guest of Qantas and Boeing.
But no such disclosure on 7 or 9. Not on Monday, or Tuesday, or Wednesday. Either on television or in all those happy snaps posted to their personal social media feeds. Nor even on Thursday from Waikiki Beach for a sunny 5-star stopover at one of Hawaii's best hotels. Although this got shamelessly close.
You know what? This junket business, it's a tough job and someone has to do it. On behalf of all of us freeloaders who've come along for the ride, thanks so much for having us.
It's great. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And you look great in those pyjamas, really do.
Love it. They call this the Qantas Kool-Aid. And we're drinking it.
She sure was, by the gallon. But in a tough week for Carl, with his co-host leaving, he at least cut through the spin.
Lara Vella is obviously inside that cabin at the moment and enjoying the largesse on behalf of Qantas. I mean, in the last 4 days, she's had junket after junket after junket. It's a great PR exercise for Qantas, obviously.
It sure was. So, what was it worth? Well, as Alan Joyce told Channel 9...
When we announced that we were going to do the Perth-London service, I think we got $80 million of free publicity in Europe.
Multiply that by tens of millions of dollars more, with a week of free plugs on every commercial TV network. Lucky journalists and lucky Qantas.